Okay. Everybody's here?
I think so.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, so we have returned to the Eye of the Allfather. Harshnag has been vigilantly watching over the relics that you've returned to him.
Oh.
So what do you guys want to do? You guys gonna bring in that last one?
Yeah, let's just give him everything. And does he know what to do with them?
You think you guys have to do something with the Oracle again, with the
Oh, okay.
relics, because that's who tasked you with
Gotcha.
with retrieving them.
Okay. I'm assuming that door thing is a thing where if we stay too long, it closes in on us. So we
Right.
just have to be quick. All right. Are we at the entrance? Okay.
I'll put it up here.
I think we're all on the left. Okay, I can drag.
If you guys want, you could just leave your characters and we could just do it more theater of the mind sort of thing.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
all
Okay.
right.
So that works.
Okay.
Acceptable. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, everyone drag their characters.
No.
No.
Oh, very well.
Okay, so you guys enter, the large chamber with all of the statues, and Harshnag looks up and smiles as he sees you. And he says, did you get the last one?
We did.
That is good, good. Let's go. And he takes the frost giant weapon and he holds it up ready to press it against the rune that had allowed you guys access last time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so you guys enter into the chamber, passing through the misty portal, and inside, you once again see the ghost of the giant in there pop up, and he says, "Have you done it? Have you dealt with my father, the treacherous worm?"
Oh man.
We would like to help you, but you didn't give us a whole lot of information to go on. We're still looking, but
Right.
if you have any other information to help us out, because this world is a big place, so we're gonna need some help in finding who your father is. If you have no recollection of who you are, or who your father
Only
is,
there was some sort of divine oracle that could help you.
if only.
I'm kidding about that.
Oh, I thought it was a thing. Okay.
Oh. Well, who's to say that we couldn't lie to him and show him, like, I don't know, one of the heads I have, and
Well,
say that it was his dad?
didn't the Oracle say that he would grant 7 answers a day or something like that?
Yeah.
Wasn't it? There was
Yes.
a charge. So
There's you notice as you walk in, all of the sconces are once again lit, and those were what were going out each time that you had asked a question.
So we got most of our answers from the previous play session. So if there are 7 more questions we want to ask it, or just some, we can include this guy along
Yeah,
with those
the
questions.
father.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
All
why
right.
not?
up to you guys. All right. Yeah. So we will ask the Oracle then the next time we talk to him. Now that we've got everything here, and we'll ask the Oracle. And then we'll
I'm just messing, by the way.
Oh, I thought you were serious.
It was a
Okay.
No.
good idea. Dang.
I was just giving you guys some inspiration, but no. So you guys, yeah. So anyways, we're all in the chamber now. You guys have all the relics with you. What do you guys want to do with the relics?
Are there places for them on like altars? There's 6 statues or whatever. Are they slotted like we put the relics
No.
in their hands? Okay. Well, I guess we'll just. I think the last time we summoned the Oracle by walking close to the body on the floor, and I think
Yes.
having Harshnag walk close to it summoned the Oracle. So
Yes.
we'll just repeat that.
There's like this runic circle under the ice that you guys remember. That once you entered it, it sort of activated this oracle.
Okay. Well, let's do that again.
Okay. So you enter into the rune, and once again you hear the voice in your head that's saying, what do you want to know?
Gotcha. The last time we spoke, you tasked us with finding the relics that were taken from this place. We have brought all of the relics back in the hopes that you can help us solve our quest and get some answers and fix what's wrong with this world.
You hear, very well. Place the relics in the runic circle.
All right, so I guess we do that. We put all the relics in the runic circle. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
The
Okay.
first one that you put in there, you see it like sinks into the ice, like magically, just disappears into the ice below. And which was the first one that you would have dropped
No,
or put on the ground?
doesn't matter.
First one we
The orb?
collected, I
Wither orb?
guess.
I don't know.
I don't even know which ones we have at this point. Hold on. My notes.
You
are all-
guys have the broken shield from the Great Worm Cavern.
I guess we'll start with that.
Okay. So as the shield starts to disappear underneath the ice, you hear once again this voice. And it says, travel west over mountains to the sea of moving ice. There, among the glaciers, you'll find Svardborg, the burg of the frost giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests on his icy throne.
All right, let's go.
Well, let's return the other ones. I'm
Oh.
assuming he's giving us directions to the giants' home area for each of the. So this Schwargberg, I'm guessing this is in the mountains. Is this frost giant?
Yes, so
Okay.
that would be the lair of the frost giants.
Frost giant layer. Okay. All right. So the next artifact.
You guys have
Pick one.
a magic boulder.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. So the magic boulder, you place it down and it sinks into the ice. And the voice comes into your head once again. It says, travel southeast over lands high and low. Cross the great forest to the gray peaks and search for Deadstone Cleft. Canyon of the stone giant Thane. The conch you seek is in her possession.
That's done cleft.
Okay. I'm trying to
And
take
then-
notes, but I'm not. This is not perfect here.
I'll try to give you guys a summary.
Okay. Awesome.
somewhere.
Okay.
But for now, you guys also have the magma ring, so you just want to do that one.
Sure.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
fire
Nick.
giant.
Do you guys want to return all? I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Do we get a bonus for doing all of them? I'm just saying.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, we really helped this oracle out and this temple out by returning everything. I would think that we'd get some kind of blessing or, I mean, we really helped this.
Well, you gotta let her finish.
All right, fine. Just saying.
Okay.
Magma
As
ring.
you drop the magma ring, you hear travel east over mountains and snow to distant spires. There, on a cold mountainside, you'll find a village of yak folk, and below that, Iron Slag, the forge of the fire giant Duke. The conch you seek is in his quarters.
Okay, so, all right.
And then the Bone Great Club would probably be next
yeah,
if we're just
sure.
going down the list.
Yeah, let's go down the list.
It
Yeah.
says, travel south over tree, hill, and vale. Let the great river be your guide. There, on one of its eastern arms, you'll find Grood Hog, the den of the hill giant chief. The conch you seek is close to her.
Okay.
And then finally, that porcelain mask you got at that big old stone. And it says, travel southeast to the untamed moors and look to the sky for Lynn Armael, the castle of the cloud giant countess. The conch you seek is in a secret chest. Search the highest spire.
Highest spire would indicate air or giant or whatever. Wind.
Yeah, cloud. He just said it. Cloud
Oh,
giant.
okay, my bad. Cleft. Okay. All right. So we've gotten information now for all 5 of the layers of the different giants. And if I remember correctly from the previous encounter, the Oracle said that we would just have to foil the plans of one in order to restore balance to whatever, the Force, whatever. So, what do you guys... Do you want to ask the Oracle any more questions? What do you guys want to do? What do you have in mind?
which one we should tackle first, perhaps?
Can we ask the oracle which of the which of the giants are the easiest to deal with, or like
I want to go
the
to the
weakest
sky.
the weakest of the giants, I guess, or um. Well, first, yeah. All right. So, based on the order of the giants, right? We the hill giants were the weakest, if I remember correctly, and the storm giants were the highest, the strongest.
Yeah,
Right.
I think
We would, if we decide on which way we want to go, we can then ask the oracle for information about that realm, and maybe some tips as far as like how to traverse or who to talk to, who would help us in that area. So what do you guys, what giant realm do you guys want to visit? Do you have any thoughts? And Pony, you said the wind. You were interested in the wind one,
Well, the cloud one, but that's where that's cloud giants, right?
I guess.
I, I mean, they sound like storm giants, or like
There's
pretty.
hill, frost, cloud, stone, and fire.
Yeah.
Um, so cloud would be thunder. I would, well, no. Are there six giants or five? Are there
I
five?
don't know.
There's six,
Six.
but
Okay, thunder is okay.
but the storm giant is not included because they are the ones that are already in charge.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so great conch needed. I have this written down. Mirren and Nim, Hecaton. I think he's the king of the giants. Okay, so Ga is hill. Okay. Okay, so there's hill, frost, cloud, stone, fire. Which one do you guys want to go to?
Wow. Only because I think it would be cool.
It's that cloud. I think is middle of the line. I think it's
Yeah.
like moderate.
Cloud is the next strongest after storm giant.
I figured. It sounds so cool though.
So it goes storm giant, cloud giant, fire giant, frost giant, stone giant, hill giant.
Hill
Probably
giant being
hill
weakest.
giant.
Hill.
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Can we ask the oracle then? We plan on visiting the hill giants to see if we can get this great conch or whatever. Could you give us information as to these hill giants? Who would we speak to for help in our quest? Like, who would we speak to continue this journey?
Well, before you ask that question,
Mhm.
basically, Harshnag will be able to be sort of interpret these sort of vague directions to give you a better idea of where you're looking for.
Okay, all right.
So you don't really need to like speak to anybody else.
Oh, okay. So we know where to go. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna basically know where to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, once we're there, are there any inside giants? Like, are there giants that might be sympathetic to our cause that we would want to speak to help us get inside their compound, or, you know what I mean? Like,
All evil.
right? Are they all bad, or are there people there that can help us that we should seek out? You know what I mean? Is that a fair question to ask the oracle?
Sure, I'll try to answer as best I can.
Okay.
So the oracle says, the hill giants, above all, believe that size is power. Ga is the largest of the hill giants, and she seeks only to grow larger. And to do this, she has used her giants to bring her food from every stretch that her reach can grasp. However, she also took her all of the male hill giants as her mate, casting out the female hill giants.
Oh.
I see. Where would these female giants be located? Would they be nearby the kingdom or the area, or did they scatter, or did they?
They are scattered in the hills around Grudhog, but it is unknown whether they would be willing to help you or not.
Possible allies then. Okay. What about you guys? Is there anything you want to ask the oracle here regarding our situation?
You know,
makes a hill giant tick?
Does it have? Do hill giants have any weaknesses
Yeah.
to physical or elemental means? Through physical or elemental means? Something we
No.
can use. Okay.
Right. Guess we're
Do the
burning
hill
them.
giants have any enemies aside from the female hill giants?
All giants are enemies with each other now that the ordering has been broken.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
Can Harshnag call upon his giant family, like to help us out with these hill giants, or no?
Harshnag is not affiliated with the Frost Giants for all intents and purposes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's like a
Unique,
outcast traveler kind of thing. Yeah.
like Worf.
Aragorn. Yeah, Worf. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Well, if everyone's happy with the information we've gotten, we can leave. We can't dawdle too long with the portal and all that, but
Yeah.
um, well, now we're here. Were there any other quests that we were gonna do before we did this? Like, did we need the location of Artist Kimber? You remember how we? I vaguely remember something about Artist
Yeah.
Kimber and his son and all that. Was that a red herring,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
that actually important? Or well, I know Nick's
Ask
like
the Oracle. Maybe the Oracle knows.
Oracle. I believe it was the Frost Giants. They were looking for Artist Kimber because they were looking for the Ring of Winter. Is Artist Kimber anywhere in this land? Is he safe from their clutches? Should we bother looking for him?
The Frost Giants work tirelessly to find Artis Kimber, so they may use his ring to bring about a new age of everlasting ice. His whereabouts are unknown.
So even the Oracle
How
doesn't
does-
know.
oh, then
Oracle is magic, so it means that he must be hiding his
Now, if does the Oracle know Is it known that the Oracle knows everything?
No, because remember you guys had even asked where King Hecaton was and she didn't know?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the Oracle's power then limited to this immediate land? Is that what this is?
It's basically like you remember I think Dragon has that magic item that hides him from divination magic?
Oh, okay. So maybe
She's basically a diviner. So it's like she's not all knowing, she just can divine.
I see.
But if it's blocked by magic or other means, then she's just as helpless as somebody,
Gotcha.
as
so
anybody.
either Artist Kimber has hidden himself very well, or he's dead or something. But without more information, we can't go after him because we don't know where to get him. So I'd say we just continue with doing what we're doing.
May I ask the Oracle if the Queen of the Hill Giants? You did mention that in order to stay in power, she recruits the other Hill Giants to bring them food throughout the land. Could I ask the Oracle if maybe she would be open to a trade for this conch for food that we bring to her from different areas? Would she be open to a trade at all?
So it will respond by saying, the conches are given only to the giant lords. Without it, their power can be threatened or whatever. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Okay, so she wouldn't.
She would not give it up willingly or
Yeah,
through
that's what I was.
trade.
Okay.
Guess I'm just
Interesting.
gonna have to dress up as a giant. Everyone has to like stand like
Get on
on
each
each
other's
other's
shoulders.
shoulders.
Right.
Yeah, shoulders.
Yep.
Wow. We'll be the skinniest, most wobbliest giant ever. Just saying.
That could work though. You never
Yeah.
know.
Never know.
With a minor illusion, perhaps. Who knows?
All right. Well, we've lingered pretty long, so let's get back before this portal closes on us. All right. So, I guess off we go. So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to head toward? You want to fly toward the hill giant direction?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. I just hope it doesn't do like a trickster thing and hill giants, the ones that are like strongest. Like once we get there.
Once we get there, what are we gonna do?
I don't know. Well, we have an airship. I'd say we hover over the land and see what we see, and then make a decision. I've got my divine, or not divine, but my ability to sense giants, so we'll be able to land somewhere pretty
Mhm.
safely. I think wherever we decide to land or whatever. So I think we'll be okay. All right. So yeah, let's do that. Let's get in our airship and we'll travel in the direction of the hill giant lair.
Well, as you guys are stepping out of the portal, you guys are outside now, outside of the portal, sort of discussing,
Mhm.
all this stuff. And you guys start to hear whoosh, whoosh, and then a large, like something landing. And you guys look and see coming up the stairs into this great chamber is a massive blue dragon.
Oh no.
So
And
some-
Harshnag says, "Go! You cannot fight! You must go!" And he runs over to start fighting the dragon.
Oh my.
And it lets out like this huge ice breath that of course doesn't quite hurt Harshnag, but you see it like start forming cracks in the ceiling of the temple itself as the intensely cold breath starts just destroying the rocks and things start falling around you.
Oh crap. The temple's
Well, let's
going
run. Let's get out of here.
Wait, where is it compared to where we are?
It's in where all those statues are. So if you where the portal is, Harshnag and the blue dragon are sort of fighting there in the middle.
And we're just gonna let it kill Harshnag?
Well, if it's destroying everything around us, it's going to kill all of us if we don't try and get out.
Wait, where did it... Oh, you moved us in here. Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'll give you guys. I probably should have done that. I forgot that this was going to happen.
No, it's
Of
okay.
course.
So based on what you've said, the chamber around us is collapsing.
Yes.
Okay, so staying here, based on what we've seen, is probably a bad idea.
Right. It looks like this is like a fierce battle between Harshnag and this enormous. I mean, this thing literally dwarfs the green dragon that you guys fought, Venomfang.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Is this the
It
same?
dwarfs it.
Is this the same dragon of the cultists, or was that a different dragon?
No. You know that Clouth is a red dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right.
As we're running, can I cast blindness and deafness on it? No.
You could try.
Oh man, I'm scared. This thing looks menacing.
So it gets a Constitution saving throw, which, with its +8 Constitution, passes easily.
Oh Jesus Christ! Okay,
Well,
yeah.
yeah. Fighting this blue dragon
Let's
is
go.
probably not a good idea. So let's.
And as you guys are running, it like whips its tail and it smashes into the huge statue of Anam, and that like it doesn't even make sense, but that makes the temple even begin to deteriorate more, almost as if this like statue of Anam is like you can't desecrate it. You know what I mean? Or else this temple just falls apart.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Or we're running for the door.
we're literally doing the whole Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Don't bring the Grail past the markers.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, let's get out of here.
Okay.
Okay, you guys make a run for it. You're able to get to, the stairs leading down, and it's like getting very, very bad in there. Things are falling from the ceiling. Statues are being crumbled beneath the boulders that are falling from the ceiling. And as you guys make it out into the outside, you just hear this massive. It just sounds like everything caves in.
Oh man.
No
Wow.
Harshnag.
Well,
I should have built my tiny hut for him, for his foot.
Okay, so let's talk about some things real quick. So based off of what Harshnag was able to tell you, oh whoops, wrong map. Based off of what Harshnag was able to tell you, you think that. Let me see if I could do this like this. Something like that. You think that somewhere in that area would be Groodhog.
okay.
Now, he also gave you information about the other ones as well. For example, he believes that the stone giants are somewhere within the Grey Peak Mountains over here,
Okay.
to the right side.
I see it.
Um,
Oh, look, Van Dalen.
the good old days, right?
Yeah. Wave Echo Cave all over again. Okay.
Oops. And then up here, why? Here we go. Up to the northeast, somewhere in this area, you think would be us. Iron Slag for the frost giants, or I'm sorry, for the fire giants.
Okay.
It's not on this map, unfortunately, but to the north west, far to the northwest, past Brynshender, is the Sea of Moving Ice, where the frost giants are supposed to be.
Okay.
Oh.
And then the cloud giants are, and I think this actually even happened at some point where somebody saw what looked to be something floating in the sky. Well, over the Evermoors, in the middle of the map here, is far, far up in the sky, is the castle of the cloud giants who live in flying castles.
How do they get
Oh,
down?
wow.
Is
The
there-
castles can move.
Oh.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
They basically are flying in their castles around constantly. So if they wanted to land, they could land with their castle.
That's crazy.
Well, and they also could have flying mounts as well.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
All right.
They can just jump from there.
So, do you guys want to head south then toward the Red Larch area? It's Desarian Valley. Desarian Valley.
Yeah.
I'm game.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Okay. You guys follow the directions as best you can. You fly your airship south. And far out on the distance, with your great vantage point, you can obviously see this. You see this big tributary of the Drastaran River. And it looks like it's been dammed up, as in one side is like this huge a river, and the other side is like just hardly any water is getting through. It's been dammed up. The dam itself is this large structure, and I will get you a picture. So this is Groodhog.
Okay.
Oh,
From
boy.
the distance that you're looking at it from, which I assume is pretty far away, you can't really tell any creatures on the ground or anything like that, but you can get a general idea of what the structure looks like. It's like this sort of half shoddily constructed longhouse, but it's an enormous. I mean, this is giant scale. On this river, which was dammed up, seemingly purposefully for the construction of this structure.
Okay.
Okay.
So just from doing some scouting, you're able to locate it, and this is what you see.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And is this structure like where she would be held up, or so?
Yeah, I mean that's what the Oracle is basically saying. That Groodhog is the hill giant
Okay.
settlement, or whatever you want to call it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
So what's the plan?
Well, can we fly high enough to where they can't throw boulders at us or whatever, and scout and see what we see? I've got my ability to sense giants. Can I also like sense how many are in that village or that area?
Yeah. The other question, I guess, is basically if you get within, like, we'll say, like a mile of this thing, you think that you'll be noticed, even if you're flying high in the air. So you might put them on like high alert sort of thing. You know what I mean?
I see. So,
But that is a decision for you to make.
So
well,
do we want to take the sneaky approach then?
yeah,
and maybe
we could totally do that if we want. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to, using my ability, maybe we can find a place to land that's not near any giants, and then take a stealthy approach? Do you want to try that?
So
I mean,
are we gonna like try talking to them, or
we
are
could
we
try that too. We could try that too. You know.
Or seek out the female giants first? The female giants were scattered in the area. Should we try and form allies with them first, or try to anyway?
We could try that.
Yeah.
I don't know what everybody else thinks.
I'm thinking. Sorry.
No, take your time.
I mean,
I-
I'm wondering, like, what is our ultimate goal?
That's what I'm
Our
having
goal
problems
is to get
too.
the conch from
Right.
the leader.
Hudagig, which is the person that's in
Duh.
Grudhag.
Yeah, within Graghog, whatever. There's a conch
That
that
we
belongs
need?
to Guh. Guh's the leader, I guess.
Oh,
the female leader.
okay.
We just
um,
try and steal it.
Yeah, why not have Dragoon try and steal it?
Yeah, send him in by himself. Just stealth checks for days. Get in, get out, done.
It's worth a shot.
Easiest
Worst case scenario, we
ever.
gonna do.
Dinner by 5. Yep. Okay, we're good.
We're tiny, right?
Yeah.
Can
we're tiny.
can we all get in a tiny hut and just move it into their village and then
No.
take the conch and then leave? Can we do
I
that?
don't think no. That's
No,
funny
but
though.
we can try and steal it, and then worst case scenario, we get into a fight that we're
Mhm.
probably gonna have to do anyway.
Yeah. I have a feeling.
Do we want to
we're not-
seek the help of the other female, or try and seek the help of the other female giants first?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we could do that
Yeah.
too. We have lots of options.
And if I should be able to sense them. Can I sense gender or just race?
Well, look at you.
That's creep. That's a creepy
I'm
thing
so
to ask.
sorry.
Aren't
Oh,
you
you're
again?
definitely female. Oh yeah.
Lord.
No, you cannot determine gender.
Oh darn.
Oh,
Well,
crap.
I'm assuming though that you said they were in the outskirts, so maybe we should fly not near the town, but around, outside of a mile of the town, and see if I can detect, using my ability, any like scattered troll life signs, so to speak. There's a chance that maybe they would be female because they would be scattered, or you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Does that make any sense? Can we try that? So not alerting the village, but also just sort of flying around the outskirts of the land just to see if we can pick up any scattered troll life signs. What does everyone else think? Is that
Yeah, that's
doable?
No, that sounds good.
Okay.
Roll a seduction check.
fine. It is seduction.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, whenever, I know you're busy, Nick. So whenever you're good.
What's the plan?
So we're gonna fly around the outskirts, not alerting the village that we're there, but like a mile out from the village, there were reports of female trolls possibly living because they were outcast or whatever. So we're gonna fly around the outskirts, looking for troll life signs using my ability, and then try and get in touch with them to see if they would help us.
You do. So as you're flying around the outskirts, you detect a hill giant that is sort of isolated by itself off in the hills to the east. Just well, to the northeast, I guess.
Okay.
And as you sort of follow this sense, or however it works,
Yes.
You get closer and closer, and you find this old abandoned tower, clearly in disrepair. And it seems like there's a giant holed up inside.
Do I sense any other giants nearby, or humans or orcs or anything like that?
No.
No, okay. So what do you think, guys? Do you want to land and try and get their attention? Just yell up to it rather than sneak? I mean, it's just one troll.
Well,
I mean,
it's one, yeah. And if we're trying to get allies, what's the difference? They're gonna know we're there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
all right. So yeah, I'd like to. I guess we'll land the ship, a good distance away, and then walk up to the tower and try and get this giant's attention.
Okay. So you guys disembark from your airship, take the walk up towards the tower. You see as you get there that a huge boulder has been purposefully rolled in front of the door, almost as like blocking entrance to it.
I see.
Right.
Can we yell up and try and see if the giant will talk to us through its windows or whatever?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll just yell, "Ho there! We're friends. We just wish to talk to you." Does that get any response? And I say that in giant because I can speak giant.
Okay. If as you say that in giant, you sort of like hear movement from within the tower, and you hear the giant say, "Who dat?"
We're allies. We're seeking help. I've heard reports that the female giants, hill giants, have been cast out by Ga, the leader of the hill giants, and we have a proposition to make to anyone that is willing to help us. Get the conch from Ga.
Yes, they make me leave. They take me husband.
Oh.
Well, would you be willing to help us? And do you have any other friends that may be willing to help us overthrow Gus so that we can get her conch and restore balance to the land?
They got too big. She biggest of the big. We can't fight.
How many?
No one wants to fight.
How many are how many of them? How many of you are there? Do you know of any other giants that would be willing to help us?
You get the sensation that counting is not her strong suit.
I see. I see. A -5 intelligence. Got it.
Boy.
All right.
There are many, but who know where, and they no want to fight Gur.
I see. Are you aware of what's going on? Of all of the different giants they're fighting? The Thunder Giant, for example, Hecatan, has been overthrown. He's no longer maintaining all of the giants. Now they're all in disarray and fighting each other for control. Are you aware of this?
Yes, that's why Gur make us leave. She say that we become strongest of the giants by becoming biggest of the giants, but she no want to feed us, so she take the males and she make us leave.
I see. How do you feel about that? I take it you're not happy.
No.
No. So, what can we do about that to rectify that? There's got to be something we can do to restore balance and make all right again. I mean, I can't imagine you want to live out here for the rest of your life.
No, I want to see Rook. I miss him.
And Hork is in the village?
Yes.
I see. Are there other wives that miss their husbands as well?
I do not know.
What if we get all the wives to band together and just... I mean, they miss their husbands. I'm sure they're pissed at Ga for Ga taking all the males as their mate. So why don't we take some time and gather up all the female giants and just lead a revolt against Ga? Why not? Why not?
It's up to the GM.
GM, can we start like a underground movement here of female giants?
Wait.
The problem is that hill giants are very stupid.
Okay.
Like, that is what they are known for.
I see.
So you fear that a hill giant might just as easily want to eat you as help you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
really? So they're not trustworthy? Like they? Okay.
Alright, well, plan B, we try and steal it.
Yeah. And if we get caught, I can
Right.
pretend to be like Guz's lost long sister, Goo. And
You were a
yeah,
tiny
Older.
dwarf.
I know, I could say that I was cursed by a witch, you know, and I'm supposed to be very, very big,
Oh
and
my gosh,
together
it's
we
gonna
can
deception.
rule.
Oh my gosh, okay. Done.
You realize that everything that they've been telling you so far is that their power is based on how big they are. So if you
Yeah.
came in there tiny saying you were cursed, they would probably just eat you.
Yeah, probably. But if I was a long lost sister of Ga, you know,
You'd
maybe
be a
she
long
might
lost
have
dropping,
sympathy.
maybe, but not a sister. You're 2 feet tall.
No, I know, but if I was cursed, like if I could pretend to be cursed to be 2 feet tall, but using my deception, you know, tell them that I'm actually like 1,000,000 feet tall.
Guh
You know?
might see that as a threat to her throne and try and kill her anyway.
That's true, but if I tell her that the spell will wear off very soon, like almost immediately, I will tower her and I'll squish her unless she wants to band together with me, and then we can like collect the conch.
I'm not sure what. Okay.
I'm so confused.
I'm reaching.
Your plan is actually pretty decent for getting in the door, but I think once you get to Guh, there's going to be a problem, right?
Yeah, probably.
Like, I think she would probably know about a sister.
A long lost sister. I don't know. We were twins. We were separated at birth. You know, our father, yeah.
How
You know,
would Guh, yeah. How would pretending to be Guh's long lost sister get you the conch?
because if I say that, like, I was the rightful heir, and the curse will dispel in 2 seconds, and I'm much, much bigger than her, I can immediately like kill her.
All right. So
Yeah,
is
maybe
Guh
she'll get
intelligent? Is
No, no, the hill giants are not
I
that.
know,
intelligent.
but I want to know Guh specifically. Is she smarter than the average giant, or is she just as stupid?
You don't know.
See, I'm wondering. Well, if intelligence is their downfall, we use trickery and intelligence
Yeah.
against them.
That's what I was thinking.
I still want to trick or convince the female giants. The male giants, were they enslaved against their will to mate with Guh? Like, do they want to mate with Guh? Do they also miss their wives? Like, I'm still with behind this whole revolt thing, this whole revolution. But I
I could charm her too to fall in love with someone else and make all the husbands jealous and kill her.
Can you charm though, or does that have to be in something smaller than you or the same level as you or something? Or is that intelligent based?
It doesn't say that. It says, oh, it's a humanoid that you can see within range, and it has to make a wisdom saving throw. And it doesn't say anything about size.
I still think
Humanoid
we're
thing?
tiny enough that we can just go.
Are they?
try and do it.
Aren't they humanoid?
They're giants.
So they're not humanoid.
No.
Never mind then. They have
does
2 feet.
does your
They can
husband
walk.
miss you? What is your name, female giant?
Oh no.
Does she have a name?
Moog.
Moog. Moogie. Okay. It's Deep Space Nine,
Oh,
Star Trek.
yeah.
Anyway, so does your husband miss you? Did he want to mate with Guh? Is he also just as upset that he was forced to leave you? I would assume so.
Well, I think so, but Guh is so big and fat and huge. How could he want me when he could have that?
Oh God.
Can I just do the suggestion spell and just use it on her
Suggest what though?
to lead up to round up all the women?
I'm fine with that. Round up
I don't think
the
it's gonna
female
work.
giants.
They
and
might think
overthrow.
we're just food.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
Well, we can do it and then leave and just watch a while and see what happens and see if there is a revolution. Just stay out of the way. Let the female giants do our dirty work for us.
That's not gonna. You think the GM is gonna actually let us
Yes.
have giant elves?
You know how
You guys could pull it off. I would allow it, absolutely. The problem is it's not going to be easy.
In what way?
Because you're going to have to convince them not to eat you and to try to take up arms against, like, in their eyes, basically like one of the strongest things on the planet. They believe that she's so big and large that means that she's like the most powerful creature.
Oh, I can curse them, like, and
Only one at a time. That's the problem. You can't multi-curse, right?
can I curse Ga to like shrink her? I can
I
like
don't know.
sneak in there and curse her to shrink her, maybe.
I don't know how much you would actually be able to shrink her. I mean, there is a spell that's called enlarge or reduce.
You turn her into an Olsen twin. Just it'll be fine. Okay.
Morph into the gorilla.
Or polymorph. I can use my polymorph spell on her.
I don't think you can morph into a giant.
How close do you have to be to polymorph?
Let's see.
Fly in with our airship, a drive-by polymorph. Just shrink her and leave. And then...
It's up to 1 hour.
Can you even polymorph her?
I think I can. Check that out. A creature that you can see within range.
Yeah, up to an hour.
Yeah, and if we turn her like into a tiny thing, like a mouse, we can throw her in the middle of the ocean. So when she does like transform back, she can like drown.
She'll be dead with... I mean, the mouse isn't going to swim, is it? So...
No, but once it dies, it reverts back to a giant.
I see.
Or you could just stop concentrating on it and she would turn back into a giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be in the same. You have to be able to concentrate on it. I would say just go and try and steal it when you see her, polymorph her.
Yeah, that's good too, actually.
How would else work?
Okay. How do we lure... Oh! What if... They want food, right? Can we lure... Can we use an illusion, or a major illusion, to get all of this food, like an image of all this food?
Like
lure
a
Gut
Yeah.
out, and then...
Cornucopia.
Right, lure her out, and then use the polymorph on her. And even better, if we can get the females to watch how little she's become, maybe then they'll go, they'll see that Ga really isn't as big and fat as they're afraid
Yeah,
of.
but the thing is, though, is that it lasts up to an hour. She's gonna revert back.
Well, by then, I mean, the female's already committed. I don't know. Yeah, you might be right.
It's like a lot of work. I like steal it, polymorph when we see her.
I don't know. Well, it's fine. All right. So my question is, who's her posse? Like, who is guarding her? Who's keeping her? Like, who's she controlling? Like, she's enslaved the males, I'm assuming, for mating purposes. Are they scared of her too? Is that how she's maintained power? Like, she's just
Probably. I mean, it's probably a mixture of both fear, because they, again, see her as like the most powerful, and then on top of that, it's like, well, maybe they do want to be a part of this whole thing. You know what I mean? Oh, she's the greatest, most powerful. We could become the most powerful giants because she's so powerful.
Yeah.
Right. What if we polymorphed this giant into a very large one and have her challenge Ga? Go in there, like, create at least for distraction purposes.
That's an idea.
Yeah. I still have to polymorph them into like the options that I have, right? Is that how it works? I don't think I
Generally
can
speaking, you have to have some kind of experience with what you're trying to polymorph into or turn somebody else into. You know what I mean?
I don't think I can polymorph anything bigger than a giant.
Can she, like, can she like, I don't know, like have art does that well, if maybe not polymorph, but what about illusion? Could we make it appear like she's actually this giant here is actually stronger or
I
looks tougher than what she is by adding height and bulk and other things like artistic license? Is that possible?
um I don't
I'm
know.
just spitballing. Feel free to tell me to shut up. I'm just spitballing here.
No, these are all great ideas, I think. Yeah, we could try that too. If
I don't know, honestly.
What do you? All right, so Sunset, I know you want to go in
Yeah,
there, sneak
The
in.
trickery.
What is Does
Yeah.
anyone else have any other thoughts or plans? It'd be fun.
Well-
It'd be fun to try and gather all these females together and like stage a coup, but
That just
it may not be
seems like
possible.
so much work, and they said their intelligent level isn't that much. Good luck trying to stop at least one of them eating us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
right.
What do we know what they're afraid of, at least, or what they find disgusting? Because we can probably, like, I can probably do an illusion of, like, us looking like a nasty food that they would never eat. Maybe.
Or
Good point.
again, Lord got out with a giant thing of food,
Yeah, a cornucopia of sorts.
and then you could polymorph. Turn her in, just show everyone, hey, she's not as powerful as she looks, and then
Yeah,
in
and then
the chaos, get the conch and go.
yeah, yeah. Okay, we can do that probably. Yeah. All right, I make an illusion of food. Boom.
Well, we want to
Cornucopia.
wait till we're closer.
Oh, yeah, sure.
We're not even...
I thought we were there.
Everybody else agree to that?
What do you want to do with this female here? Should we?
Tell her to keep watch. Keep watch for God and enjoy the show.
Well, how about we tell her that Ga really isn't as powerful as she looks, and if she can, gather up as many of her kind as possible, and wait for us by the front gates of the. Just just to see, and then we'll show all of the females that Ga is not as powerful as she looks. And then when the time is right, they can go in and get their husbands back. Something like that. Is that possible?
Yeah. I mean, she basically says she's not sure how successful she'll be trying to convince them, because I mean, to them it's like this is like law. You know what I mean?
Right.
The bigger you are, the stronger you are. But she says that she'll try.
Okay. Well, that's all we
Alright.
can ask for at this point. All right. So I guess let's get back on our airship and head toward the front gate. Well, do we want a stealthy? Well, we want a stealthy approach, right? So we should probably land, like, you said a mile or so outside of town, and then walk stealthily the rest of the way. I'll use my sense to make sure that there are no giants coming. If there are, we can hide. So I say we do something like that.
Okay. I'm gonna bring you guys to a map just so you could see what it looks like. Okay.
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 Okay. So this is basically what it looks like. You obviously can't see inside. So as you guys get closer and you're sort of scouting it out, you could see that down here in this section over here, it's probably not very easy to see because my thing is the same color as the grass.
So you're on the right. Okay.
Yeah. So down there is like all of these penned in sheep, and then inside are all these tents, and it looks like they're primarily occupied by orcs.
Oh.
You can see that this is an entryway, and then there's some on these docks, but you'd have to swim up to them. There's another one here, and you also see that in this little encampment down here, where the orcs are, there's two basically what look like tunnels that go into what must be like a underground area of the building, like underground what the building is on.
What do the orcs stake in this? I didn't expect to find orcs here, honestly.
You also see, milling around, and of course you see hill giants sort of wandering around doing whatever they do. But you also see goblins and hobgoblins as well.
Whoa. Is
Alright.
Droop here? I'm sorry.
Droop is dead.
I'm
Very, very dead.
sad.
Who's that?
I'll explain later.
Okay.
And where are we in relation to this map?
Well, I would assume that you guys would be just scouting probably off the map at this point.
Right. Okay.
Because this right here, up in the left, is a
Okay.
huge watchtower. I mean, if you look at that handout that I had given you,
Okay.
you'll see it on there as well. And it looks
Yeah.
like there's creatures posted up there pretty much all the time, just watching guard.
Wow.
But we're tiny compared to giants, right?
Yeah.
I still think we can sneak.
We may not be able to sneak past the orcs, though. Orcs, I'm assuming.
If we come from the left, we can just sneak to the tower. Screw the orcs.
Actually, I see hobgoblins on the top of that tower.
Yeah, I do too.
There's 4 of them.
I have no clue what they are.
Hobgoblins are like super orcs, kind of, sort of. Like they're
No.
super
I think
goblins.
orcs. Yeah.
Super goblins.
They're stronger goblins. I don't think they're stronger than orcs.
Okay.
Even.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so what do you guys want to do from here? There's obviously 4. I mean, I can sense orc, I can sense human, and I can sense giant. Do I sense any human?
You do.
Oh.
Cool.
So, I'm not 100% sure how your thing works, so I don't know how specific it gets, but you can tell that there are.
I can link my ability too. Let's see. Travel alone. Track. Okay, when tracking. Okay, so natural explorer. While tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. Let's see what else I can do. Spellcasting, primeval awareness. No, that's not it. Okay, you can attune your senses to determine if any of your favored enemies lurk nearby by spending one uninterrupted minute. Alright, I'll link that as well. That's under primeval awareness. 5 miles. So I can sense within 5 miles of me if any of my favorite enemies are present. Their numbers and the creature's general direction and distance in miles from you.
Okay, so you could detect there's at least 6 humans in this structure, in this settlement.
Okay. Gotcha. Probably prisoners, unless they are working together. I don't know. I can't imagine. And as far as like humans or orcs and giants, I'm assuming quite a bit.
Yes.
Are there any gnomes or tabaxis around?
We wouldn't.
He can't sense that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Giants, you sense that there's like somewhere in the area of like 15. It's difficult to tell because sometimes they're coming and going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boy.
And orcs, you think that there's at least like something like 20 of them, something like that.
Jeez.
Okay.
Guess we're fighting them all.
I would prefer not to.
Yeah, we should definitely
We
enter
need an
from
army.
the lower right because if we go anywhere near the watchtower, they're going to raise the alarm.
All along
So
the
we're floating in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Make perception checks.
Alrighty.
All right. Perception. And then Vinny's perception.
Gosh. I start doing my cornucopia for no reason.
So Vinny's perception is 24.
Okay, so the higher rollers, you guys can see that at the top of this watchtower, there's just like this enormous gong in there. So you think, if you get spotted, the gong gets rung, and then everybody's on alert.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
So, shouldn't we start at the watchtower then and just try and clear it out so they don't alert everybody?
We could try.
That's worth a try, but it only takes one. So
Yeah, and if we're
And
clear
there's
across the
one.
map and they see us, what difference does it make?
that's true.
But if we're in the tower, it's possible to get trapped in there. If an alarm does get raised, it's possible that we would be trapped in there and have nowhere to run to.
I could turn into a gorilla. Everyone goes up to me and I'll jump.
Hold on, let me see this.
What?
I'm trying to like see the map.
Well, it's again. What about those little streams to the south? Is there like a sewer system that leads?
You think it's just basically the product of shoddy workmanship, where some of the water is just getting through this dam.
The
Okay.
cat
I was
is
wondering
not
about that.
going in a sewer system.
What's that?
The cat is not going in the sewer system.
I mean, you do notice that the water that's coming out is definitely,
Nasty.
we'll say, more polluted than the water going in.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Um,
I mean, someone could try and create some sort of, distraction, and then we could try to overtake the watchtower. If that's something that everyone wants to do, or I mean,
I
I'm
don't
all
know.
for that.
Don't want them to alert the entire thing, but at the
Yeah,
same time,
exactly.
so
at the same time, I feel like they can alert even if we're across the map. If they notice anything, we're just done for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could sneak in from the lower right through the sheep pens.
where the orcs are.
Yeah, where the orcs are. And then there are these tunnels.
Yes.
Maybe we could go through the tunnels here. Maybe.
The tunnels where the orc encampment is. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
right
a
here.
possibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the bottom left? If you notice, bottom left.
This.
Yeah.
What's this brown structure? Is that just a house? On the bottom left.
You can't tell. It's some sort of structure that's like.
Okay.
I mean, it's giant size. It's enormous,
Gotcha.
but
Okay.
you're not sure what the purpose is.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, we could try on the. I mean, the orcs though are pretty tough customers.
That's true.
I was hoping to lure Guh out and just boom done, but it seems like there's going to be a lot more to it than that.
Well, would there be any possible way to perhaps sabotage this dam down here? The one where the water's trickling out? I mean, that would get everyone's attention.
That would be true.
What is the water doing? It's just flowing into the building, then back out.
Yeah, like this was once all a huge river, but for whatever reason they dammed it up so that there's only like that one large water flow to the left-hand side, and the rest is just sort of trickling through the bottom. Because it's all just like huge trees and stuff like that stacked on top of each other, kind of like a beaver dam.
What happens if we destroy the dam?
Right.
I mean, would that do anything? I mean, I'm trying to understand how the water's flowing. It seems like water's coming in through the top. I see. So if we destroy the upper part of the dam somehow, water would flow into this building and flood everyone out. Is that what I'm thinking? Is that could we set some like explosive charges on the north wall?
Do we have explosives?
Well, we can acquire some, I'm sure.
Yeah.
We can acquire
Let's use the
explosives,
fireball
set the explosives, destroy the dam so that water flows into the building, floods everyone out. That would be a very large distraction, or possibly kill a lot of them in there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some magic missile charges, perhaps?
Maybe.
Or the fireball
Maybe.
spell.
Yeah, or the fireball ring?
Yeah. The necklace.
Yeah.
It's a one-time use, but I have like 3.
I'd hate to
balls.
use it on that. I'd hate to suggest the Horn of Blasting either.
Although that's
Horn of
probably
Blasting.
a good idea.
Yeah, we'll
I'll do it.
we'll just stay in Sunset next to the dam, so if she does blow up, no.
It only hits me if it blows up, so it's not that
okay.
big of a deal.
All right.
You want me to try it? I'll do it.
No, I'm just teasing. I'm open to suggestions, guys. I'm spitballing here, just trying to get some ideas. So, like, again, we can come at him from the southeast, try and deal with the orcs, go in through the tunnel. We could destroy the dam, cause some collateral damage, get the water to flood the building. We can attack the tower to the left, try and silence those guys, then head into the building from the west. There's a couple of options here. I just don't know how best to proceed. Luring Ga out for food, like using the food, but what's to stop her from sending her minions to get the food as opposed to her? You know?
Exactly.
So
I think we're gonna have to go in either way.
What if I
agree.
What if I pose as a giant husband? No,
Yeah. I mean, you could. I mean,
How?
I don't know.
Okay.
Magic.
You're gonna polymorph yourself into a giant?
I do have
I
a
don't thi-
rope.
I don't think I can polymorph as a giant at all. That sucks.
I
Wait,
think
I have-
destroying the dam would be a pretty good distraction, and then
Yeah.
we'd have more options from there because
I
everyone
agree.
could be focused on that. But that's just my idea.
we could probably sneak around, like come at it from the north. Like we can land the airship to the north and then come at the map from the northeast. And then there's that giant boulder there. And then I don't know how deep the water is, but I'm assuming with some athletic checks, I mean if the water is pretty tame, we could set some like explosive charge or shoot at it from a distance, blow the wall to some degree to the point where water would start flooding in.
Yeah.
I'm assuming we could do it safely, but
Yeah. And we could swim under once that happens.
well,
Swim
that current
on
would
the
kill
cat.
us. That current would
Oh,
probably
okay.
kill. I mean, that's a pretty strong current at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be a lot of pressure going into the building.
You're also wearing full plate mail.
Oh yeah. I would drown instantly. Bad idea.
If anything, can Spectral Hand carry something physical, or is it just Spectral?
No, it's
Okay.
just spectral.
Well, like I'm trying to figure out what the equivalent of C4 is in D&D. Dynamite, maybe. Like light a stick of dynamite, throw it, assuming dynamite is a thing,
Mm-hmm.
or stick it to the wall and run.
Yeah.
Cats can scale walls, right?
I can climb at normal speed.
So, what if you get like on the rock here and then just climb to the climb along the wall, right, with a stick of dynamite, stick it, and then climb back to us. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Sure, I can do that.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have dynamite?
We don't, but we could probably find some in town. Like,
We have to go all the way back to town.
well, not all. Well, there's other towns. I mean, I'm sure there are other towns nearby that can do it.
Yeah.
It's just a thought.
I could
If
also
that's what you want to do,
infiltrate
I will
inside.
do it.
Well, what do you want to do?
It's a good thought.
Heroes of indecisiveness.
Well, I mean, we could just go in from the southeast and start attacking the orcs. If there are a lot of them, I don't think we're going to survive if they're tough as we think they are.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was going to say,
Should we call it here and think about it for 2 weeks or a week?
That's what I am kind of getting a headache.
Do you want to call it here, think about it, discuss it on Discord or whatever for a week, and then decide? Would that be better?
I guess so.
I like Sunset's idea about, Sunset and yours, Vince, about grabbing some dynamite and having her just crawl along the outside of the building, blow up the dam.
Yeah, I think that would be a great distraction, honestly.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, I do too.
And if we need to infiltrate the inside, I can do with that.
Yep.
I have a potion called the gaseous form. I can transfer
Oh.
something to gas. Basically. And I can infiltrate anything.
That could be very useful.
All right. Do we want to take a break, call it here, and then come back in a
Yeah.
week? Would that...
It's up to you
That's
guys.
good to me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to cut it short if people want to keep going, but I'm not sure how long we want to sit here deciding on what to do next.
It's been what, an hour just discussing it.
Yeah, this is. I think I like stuff like this. I like planning, but not
Yeah, same here.
not everyone likes to sit here and think for an hour.
The problem is that no matter how much planning, I feel like something's gonna go awry or just like not to our
Basically.
way.
I have
you know?
I have high
Like,
hopes
like
that at
my-
one point my plans or anyone's plans will pan out
One day.
perfectly, like the perfect
As
heist.
the great Mike Tyson once said, "Everyone's got a plan until you get punched in the face."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Ah,
All right. Well,
Well,
that was fun.
I like your idea. Well, just try to be active in the D&D chat. Try to figure something out, and I will do my best to sort of not like guide you guys, but like let you know if something is impossible or if it's not reasonable or something like that.
Okay, fair enough.
I thought you were gonna say I'll try my best to shut it down.
Just shut it down.
That's basically what I'm saying in so many words. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that. No.
That's a no.
You have to wear these bells around your neck and go through the front door.
Cover yourself in hot dogs. Walk in.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Just die.
Hot dog.
Hot dog camouflage is the best camouflage against hill giants.
Oh yeah, best. Yeah. Food
Oh,
is the
total.
best.
If you want to get eaten.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Yes.
We could disguise ourselves as orcs, and just walk right past them.
That would work for you and I since we have disguises, but they don't have disguise kits. We do.
Oh, that's true. All right, I'll just be a goblin next time.
Well, you guys could, and I'm not trying to guide you guys, but if you want to go down that route, why not orcs with prisoners?
that's a grand idea.
Except we don't even know if they keep prisoners.
Well, the humans
That's
in
true.
there, I'm assuming, are prisoners. If I had to guess,
How many did you sense?
6, I think.
6.
There's 6.
And how many orcs did you sense?
Like
20?
20 or so.
Yeah, I'm
Ish.
assuming.
Again, I'm just generalizing. It might be more or less, but they're constantly coming and going. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The orcs, not the humans, right? Or the
Yeah.
Right. Humans are 6. Orcs are roughly 12.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be a tough fight
Great,
if we
great.
go in guns a blazing. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.